Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Still in Business. In Still in Business, every player is trying to create moonshine. The first person to create 5 moonshine is the winner. These tokens here are what represent our moonshine. Some basics of the game before we start. Each card can only hold 1 moonshine at a time. Everyone only gets 1 action per turn. So, let's run through those actions. The first action is to build either a paddock, still, or business. Building a paddock merely looks like that. On your next turn, you may wish to build a still. Then you may wish to build a business. You could continue building paddocks, stills, or businesses till your heart is content, but at some point you're going to need to actually create some moonshine if you wish to win. So in order to create moonshine, all you need to do is roll the die that is provided with the game and roll anything other than a 1. If you roll anything other than a 1, you will create 1 moonshine per paddock that you have on onto your stills. So currently we have 2 paddocks, which means I could have created 2 moonshine, but I only have 1 still, so I only create 1 moonshine on that particular still. If I had rolled a 1, I would not create any moonshine, and 1 still would blow up and be removed back to the middle of the table. The next thing you're able to do is move your moonshine from your still to a business. You're only allowed to move 1 at a time, so if you have multiple moonshines on multiple stills, you can only move 1 into a business. The next thing in order to claim that moonshine as a point is to sell from your business. In order to sell from your business, you merely take the moonshine and place it back in the center, keep track that you've done that. But once again, you're going to need to roll the die provided. If you roll a 1, the moonshine remains in your business and the feds arrive. While the feds are in your business, you can do nothing. The only move you have is to remove the feds back to the center of the table. The other moves you can do is send the feds to another player. And once again, that looks like taking the feds card from the middle and placing it in front of that particular player, to which they will then need to remove that on their next turn. You can steal a card from another player. So, this business has a moonshine on it, another player is able to steal that into their tableau, and you now no longer have either a business or a moonshine, and in their next turn, if they still hold that business, they can then sell that moonshine as their own. In order to stop that from happening, you will need to hire bootleggers. Hiring a bootlegger will cost you 1 moonshine token, but now that bootlegger is there and can protect your entire business from other players stealing from you. However, the other maneuver that you have during your turn is to kill a bootlegger. So what that looks like is reaching across the table to someone else's bootlegger and removing it back to the center of the table. That is all the moves you have during a game of Still in Business. It will continue around like that until someone has managed to actually sell 5 of these tokens from their business. There's nothing in the game box to keep track of those sales, so just having a little pad next to you so you can mark down as each person sells a moonshine, that will be able to help you keep track of where that's going. You can have any number of paddocks and stills and businesses in your tableau in front of you at any time. And the more paddocks you have with stills, the more moonshine you're able to create. And the more businesses you have, if you can get the moonshine onto them, you'll be able to sell all of that moonshine in 1 hit. So if by some magical way of playing you've managed to get your tableau to look like that, you get to the cell, you roll your die, you get something that's not a 1, you sell all 3 of those moonshine in 1 hit. That's the game of Still in Business. It's fairly straightforward. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this helps you get Still in Business to the table. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. Subscribe to my videos. If you have any games that you wish to be gamesplained, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter to see what games I've been playing. And until next time, enjoy gaming.